So before Meant to Work, I was on a programme called Give and Take, which is before you move on to Meant to Work, and that I hadn't ever been in a group. I was always on one-to-one lessons with teachers. So going into a group was a big, massive struggle for me. I had never been in a group from second year. I left school in second year. Whenever I started in Give and Take, that was two and a half years after I left school. So whenever I left school, I didn't have any of the friends that I'd made in school, because once I left, they kind of left as well. So going into Give and Take with a group of new people that I had never met before was hard. The first day that I went, my anxiety took over and I had a panic attack outside, and went home and cried to my nanny about how much I couldn't do it and how much I struggled with going in. So then I rang my youth worker in Give and Take, and she spoke to me, got me back in. After that, it was fine, it was settled. It finally settled into the group, got all my qualifications, my essential skills. Then it was 9 months on and I had to leave. So I felt like leaving school again, felt like I was going to lose everyone. But instead, I moved on to Meant to Work, and they showed me that you don't have to lose everyone. I stayed in contact with everyone, as Meant to Work we're still quite close with Give and Take. It's in the same building. Whenever I left in Give and Take, I panicked more, didn't really know where I was going from then. Get back in, spoke to Clodagh and Alan. They had a job application for me to fill in for Youth Action. It was a 6-month internship, and that there was very nerve-wracking. Wasn't prepared for it. I'd never been to an interview before. Didn't even know what I was going in for, what the challenge was. So Clodagh took me out. She got me interview clothes. Sorted me out with 2 outfits, one for the interview, one for my first day of work. Made sure that I had all my prep done. They done a mock interview with me, her and Alan. They gave me all the tips, made sure that I knew all my skills and my qualities for whenever I go in and they asked me any questions. Made sure that I knew for what they expect whenever I went into the interview and what questions that I could expect. Then I had my 6 months in Youth Action, and it was coming to the end. 5 months in, I was panicking again. The anxiety was taking over and I was upset, didn't really know where I was going to go after this. And then Tina came to me and was like, well, there's a maternity leave on Include Youth. That's where Meant to Work and Give and Take is. So then I went for the interview for the maternity cover and I got the job. So all the anxiety, everything, kind of just relaxed myself, didn't really know what I was panicking out like before, because now I didn't even get to finish the 6 months in Youth Action. I was in another job straight after, before that ended, with the help of Meant to Work, with Tina, Clodagh and Alan. If it wasn't for them, then I wouldn't have got the chance, and I probably would have just panicked and let 6 months go, not even applied for another job. So now I'm doing, in Youth Action I was doing the admin work, and I'm also still doing that in Include Youth, doing the maternity cover. Now I find myself that I'm surrounded more by positive people, where before I was sitting in the house on my own, not really speaking to anyone, didn't really go out with any of my friends, where now I actually go out and socialise with people rather than just sitting in, and that's really down to being pushed by everyone in Meant to Work, Include Youth. Now I'm just more on a positive mindset rather than being in negative situations all the time.